All right, to my colleagues and team, are we ready to kick this off? All right.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
I hear some yeses, see some head shakes. So,
Yes,
well,
indeed.
again, welcome everyone, and thank you for taking your time to join us here. We are really excited to introduce the latest product in our product line that's really helping us drive, that ability to reach your ambition. So we're going to introduce today the AccurioPress 5080 series and talk to you a little bit about, how this product has been developed, why we've developed it, why we're introducing it, and what it really means to the production print community around the world. So again, welcome from all different time zones around the world. And let's start talking about the product. So Enos, if you could go to the next slide, that'd be great. So today's agenda, I jumped on that. Silky was going to welcome us, but I jumped on that. But I will introduce today's product, today's presentation, and then we'll have some great presentations from Enos and Wilson that will show, more in detail on what's so special and important about this product and what it means in our product line. And then we'll all stick around for some great Q&A at the end if there is any. Next slide. All right. My name is Jason DeZini. I'm from Konica Minolta here in the United States. And I run our product production, all of our product marketing from portfolio management and planning here, as well as our client engagement center, which you'll get a sneak peek in the presentation today. But first, let's open up a little video to kind of set the stage on our announcement today.
Konica Minolta.
All right, very excited to see that video, and I think you can see from the video on how many different configurations, how many different environments that this product line is going to fit, and really how it supports. But first, let's talk about what our parent company talks about when we start thinking about our four values specifically in the production print area. But the four key areas we like to talk about is we want folks to be able to print anytime and anywhere. Really with anyone, with multiple skill sets. We know that, we often struggle with, skilled workers these days, and how do we find them? It's not so much a shortage of workers, but those skilled workers are getting harder to find. We know our customers are looking to do more with less and really boost production and boost the type of throughput they can run. So again, we often look at that as one of the key areas, but also being profitable while running the product. So not just looking at what we can print, what the specs are, what we're doing, but really looking at what does it mean to our customers to be able to run the products? What changes do we need to make them more profitable? And then really the end goal is producing digital print that maintains its value, that offers opportunities for new revenue and profit. So these are really the core values that we stand behind when we start looking at R&D on new products or refreshing new products. And as you see, is when we get into this product, you'll see how many different areas this will actually connect to the four values. And another way to think about it is, I often like to talk about sustainability being not just a planet piece, but sustainability really needs to be people, profit, and planet. And these values align by giving us automation and giving us tools that help our people be more productive, the products be more profitable, and really using technology that can reduce waste. So let's move to the next slide. All right, so with this introduction, we're going to give you 4 new powerful systems. We've got the full AccurioPress 5080 system that can be configured in multiple ways. I'll share a cool little stat on that as we get a little bit further. The 5070 on the 71 page per minute version, and then the 65, which is really a great product for smaller footprint and smaller areas. And even in some regions, we'll introduce a printer version of that 5065. So 4 new powerful systems that really are new development that's been based on a strong foundation. So we've taken the previous product, which was an amazing product line, and really started new development. It's not just a refresh of the same speeds. So we can go to the next slide and you'll see how it fits into our overall family. So this is where we get excited to say from the high end right down to the light and entry level range, we now have a full product portfolio that really allows our customers, our partners to realize the features and benefits across the entire product line almost exactly the same, allowing us to really hit some of those key areas that we look at, like being able to print anywhere by anyone. I'm really using full automation from top to bottom. So a true print automation platform from entry level up to high that really supports the entire range of product lines. So we're very excited to now say the family is complete. We've got a product that really fits the total model. So next slide, please. And just some cool facts and figures, right? Between our regions and the partners that we have here, we have almost 18,000 of the previous units placed in the field. So we've got such a strong base and such a strong foundation. The 4065 alone in Europe were the best-selling models in 4 years, according to InfoSource. And really think about when you saw that video, how many different configurations you saw. And Ines did the math on this one, so she's the expert. But honestly speaking, with all of our different finishing, all of our different paper options, all the different options, we can offer up to 9,000 different configurations. And that's so important to fit the different needs of different customers, whether they're sizes or applications. And then if you look at the rest of the product lineup, with tons of monochrome units in the 7136 units models out there, over 2,500 of the high PP, you start to think about the experience we have over 20 years in the production print market, with holding, like you can see here, over 5,500 patents. So this is not new to us. This is really an expansion and more of our commitment to the production print environment. And a little cool fact, if you look at what the 4080 series has done on an average volume of about 33,000 a month, those sheets would create the same distance between Milan to Verona in Italy. And for us here, that's the same as New York City to Philadelphia. I'm sure the travel time's a little different given the trains and the traffic, but I think you can see that, they've been fantastic product, a fantastic foundation to really redevelop and redesign and help us get that product. So from here, Ines is going to take us through kind of the product story, and then we'll see that great demo from Wilson. So thank you.
Thank you, Wilson, and hello from Langenhagen, Germany, the Konica Minolta Europe headquarters. My name is Ines Wennemann, and I'm responsible for multiple things, but one of my main responsibilities is taking care as a product manager of this great product lineup. And I'm happy to share some news and some updates about the new product here. So the AccurioPress C5080 is built on a legacy of success. So the very early years, some of us remember 22 years ago, we started this market, this production printing market. So we stepped in with a color model, and now this product is the 5th generation of technology. So it has a lot to offer, and we even expanded the functions we had from the former series. So you can start simple with the product. You can start with an easy configuration. You can grow, and depending on your production needs, the machine will grow with you. We have a lot of technologies, automation. We have a lot of solution software application that support our operators to have high reliable machines with a high quality output here. And just a little timeline of all the different great things we did in the last decades. You see that the AccurioPress C5080 series is the 5th generation of the AccurioPress range in that entry level and light production print market. So we see here all the different inventions we have, and I think it's great to see, and it's a lot of expertise comes from our mother company in Japan. And actually, this is today the sales kickoff here of this machine, but in the background, we worked with our colleagues in Japan and our colleagues in Italy to install a machine at the moment. So AccurioPress 5080 is currently being installed to one of our existing customers in Bergamo. And I'm very happy to share some details of our customer Eurograph about why he decided for Konica Minolta and why he chose the new press.
AccurioPress è un'azienda nata più di 20 anni fa e quotidianamente ci occupiamo di stampa litografica ma anche digitale. Lavoriamo soprattutto per conto terzi, ma abbiamo anche dei nostri piccoli clienti. Di sicuro i principali motivi sono le nuove tecnologie che ha la macchina e la qualità eccellente, il registro a fronte retro e lo fotometro per far crescere anche il nostro ambito digitale, che è molto più scarso rispetto alla litografica. Grazie anche all'automazione della macchina e ai tempi sempre più brevi che ci danno a disposizione, avere una macchina che partendo dal file riesce a raggiungere un risultato già finito con una rilegatura molto probabilmente ci farà crescere nel mercato digitale rispetto a quello litografico in cui siamo già improntati.
Konica Minolta.
Yeah, special thanks here to our colleagues in Italy who supported this. And as you can see, this is a customer we've had for a long time. He has a former machine, a 3070L, and now he's scaling up. He's getting a very big configuration, about 8 meters, with a lot of automation features. And make sure you follow our channels, because we will surely share some more details once the installation is completed. So, but what is new about the C5080 series, also in very compared to the 4080? So Jason mentioned it looks a little very similar from the outside, and we all have to admit, but if you really look in the inside and look at the back of the machine and to the right and the left to its new options, you see the difference. And I think one thing which is very nice now, that the Corona charging is made automatically. So you do not need an extra person to clean the Corona, to look at the display. Now everything is done automatically. And parts life have been increased, so the technicians don't visit our customers that often, and a lot of things have been implemented from our former products. So from the C14010 series and the C7100 series, you see, as we said, the family is completed. So all the good things from the former machines, from our bigger machines, have been implemented into the smaller machine. And also jams, we don't like them, but they happen, of course, to any printer, to every printer. It's a technology, and we have a better visibility. That's one thing that we have been criticized for in the past with various tests, and we're very happy that we are improving in that. So for fusing jams, the paper is easier to get out of the machine. And yeah, we have included the drum life, so especially for our own inventory and for our dealers, we have one drum for all 4 colors, makes it much easier and have the same lifetime. So we kind of straighten it and make it better serviceable for our customers. One of the main features or main improvements that have been done is we have been aligning our paper feeding units. That's a question we have been asking our development team for quite some time, and we are very happy, especially for our paper feed unit, the PF812. The banner paper feed unit is available throughout all systems. So even for the very small one, you saw the AccurioPress C5080, it's available to print banner sized up to 900 millimeters, or the inch is the 35-inch length here. So that is very nice, vacuum feeding for long sheets. We see this is a demand in the market, a growing demand, printing long sheets. So this is something we're very happy. And also the more robust large capacity units from the 7100 series have been implemented into the 5080 series. And one thing we are very proud of, that we can also offer the media sensors to our customers. So automatically sensing the different medias that have been put in, but I'm sure my colleague Wilson will show it to you here in a little bit. And not only the capabilities have been improved with the new paper feeders, we're also very happy that in space-tight environments that we face a lot in Europe, space is limited. We have a lot of old buildings. It's hard to move walls. So we have a smaller footprint for customers who want to print smaller sheets. So a 0.5 meter less size here, and I think that is very helpful. And also what comes is the extended paper size to 900 millimeter. We can also print this now duplex. So for 8-page brochures with a creased, it's easy to being produced here as well. And also the MB511 saves some space. The former one was 61 centimeters longer. So also banner feeding from the top of the end on the PF712 or the 812 is available. So it's common with all color products, and we're very happy to answer our customer requests here. Then our new media sensors that we have been introducing on our 14010 series about 18 months ago. It's been furtherly improved, and you can now also detect the paper size with the IM105. We have 6 different sensors. It is a great thing to set up the paper, but also during the print run, when you connect the media sensors to our IQ601, the intelligent quality optimizer, then it talks to the machine, and it's a bidirectional communication for the best output we can offer. So you maybe have an entry-level machine, but you have the pro options available that you can choose. So depending on your customer's needs and also, of course, your print volume, customers do not need to make a compromise when it comes to configurations. And also something we have been further developing in the past months and years is the what we call AQA, the automatic quality adjustment. So it's a tool for easy setup, not only for customers, but also for service teams. So it's for both sides, for customers and our Konica Minolta technicians. So if you have quality issue, the machine can do a diagnosis, and it can help itself to adjust itself in order to prevent that the service technician needs to come out, and it of course enables the customer to print again after rebooting or some self-diagnosis easier with a great result here. And then I always call it during the demonstration is the IQ601 is a little bit our raw diamond. So it's not raw anymore. The 501 was maybe a little bit raw. The IQ601 is further evolved, and it can do so many things. And you really have to have a deep look at it in order to find out what it can really do for your needs. So one thing which most of our customers do is the automatic duplex registration, also frequently color adjustments. But now we have a new intelligent color control. We save space. We do not need another purge tray anymore if the customer does not want it. If we do the automatic inspection mode, we do not need to set up an additional master. Everything is done automatically. So it's further evolved from the common technology, and also something that have been implemented from our HPP device to be able to help customers in the ELPP and LPP environment as well. So what's inside the IQ601? As I said, when you open, it's our really diamond product. It can do a lot of things and really fast. So you can do a color profile so easy with a spectrophotometer inside, and it's moving in all of the directions. It's not only one spot, it's a moving spectrophotometer. So it should help in the overall workflow. We have a second paper path when customers using the auto inspection mode, and we have the scanners on top for the front to back registration. And also when you work with the IQ601 and IM 104, 105, we have done some testing, so you can actually improve the registration. So we did some tests here with one of our customers by 50%. So you get a more accurate registration by using the IQ601 connected to the media sensor. And of course, the machines don't run without the controllers. We have two Accurio image controllers. The IC612 is for the smaller machines, for the 5065, and the 613, excuse me, is for the 5080 and 5070. And of course, we also offer controllers from our partner Fiery, the IC421 and IC321, the latest technology here. We're very happy that our own controller, the Accurio Image brand, is now able to rip much faster. So we have about 60% time advantage here, increasing rip performance. So it really helps our customers, even with bigger jobs, to faster process them and have a higher overall productivity. So it could be about 8 minutes time saving per jobs. And if customers have 3, 4, 5 jobs during the day, you can get up to save about an hour and print more output for the customers. Another tool which we are very happy to have in our portfolio is the AccurioPro Color Manager. It's an overall solution for managing color workflows. So if you want to set up color profiles, you can do it really by the click of the button. And to enable this, we are very happy that we give it to our customers with a 1-year license, with a big version with AccurioPro Color Manager Suite. So every customer can get 1 year free of charge for the calibration, profiling, validation, really color adjustments here. He gets the full package, and together with IQ601, it's a closed loop automated color control system. So nothing can go wrong with regards to color management by using this great combination here. And then we've had this for a while, and it's really been implemented and of course already been connected to our new system. We just did it this morning in our showroom. The AccurioPro Flux is a central workflow and automation platform we have at Konica Minolta. So you can control the different printers you have in the print room and manage the volumes from printer to printer. You can automate workflows coming in. We also work here with other finishers like cutting systems really implemented here. It's really a hybrid production environment. AccurioPro Flux ensures transparency and process reliability, and also mixed digital and IT systems. So also if you have different printers in your environment, we can work it with AccurioPro Flux. And also, this is kind of our mission here. It's scalable. So depending on our customer's needs, the customer can decide now for a smaller license, and he can scale up while he grows with the printers as well. And last but not least, here is our finishing. This is something we are very proud of, and we are very having a lot of patents here, and all the different amount of configurations come from our different finishing. So we have a lot of booklet finishers here. This is our own developments, the SD510, 506, and 513. Very versatile booklet makers depending on the customer's needs. We still have our trimming unit TU510E, really inline cutting, creasing, perforating, and this option can be installed in almost any configuration. So depending if you want to do full bleed, GBC punched sheets or bound sheets or booklets, whatever you'd like, and you can use the TU510E. Also, we have the GBC code laminator, the CL401. It's inline code lamination for really embellished little bit output, and it's lamination at the touch of a button. So you just push it and the machine does not need to heat up, and you have a laminated sheet coming out, and it prints at full system speed. And then for Plogmatic, we also work with partners. As you know, we have the Plogmatic booklet maker here, the SD435E and 450E, and also the Plogmatic MPS XL comes into the game when you have the PFA12 especially. You have a lot of input, and of course you need a lot of output, so that makes it easier to take the printed long sheets from one side to the other, because it can become very heavy. We also have the GBC Punch G3 for inline punching for various bindings. It can also do perforating and creasing. It has die sets or tools, so to say, for perforating and creasing. And it can be connected with the GBC Wire G1 for wire O binding for A4 and A5. And as I said earlier, the attachment to TU510E is possible. And you've heard a lot about the new functions and what is possible, but what really are the functions worth? This is what our customers already ask. Oh, it's nice to have an IQ601, but what is it worth? Or what is an IAM worth? And if you think about it can save about 5 minutes per paper setup, you can save about almost $4 for a paper setup, and that really adds up. If you have the new controller and you save 8 minutes of rip time, it can save you up to $6 per one job. And that's really true money. If you do that 2-3 times a day, 5 days a week, it adds up. And IQ measuring, the automatic profile creation, saves about 20 minutes of time. It's $15. So it's, if you all add up these functions, it's easy for a customer to decide for one of those options. And at Konica Minolta, what do we define as a modern production system? It's not about a faster machine, it's about a smarter one. So we have AccurioPro workflows. We can have the combination of IQ601 and IM104, 105. We do have the automatic quality adjustment, the AQA. And also we think the most valuable feature, it's not in the box, it's in the network. So looking at networks, we have standardized workflows in our own portfolio, but we can also connect to different ones. We do have FOGRA and G7 certifications. We collaborate with a lot of partners. You saw GBC, Fiery, and Plogmatic. So we work with all of them and have a great relationship with them. And true efficiency comes from an end-to-end view. So we have integrated color management with the APCM. We have modern inline finishing, which leads to faster turnaround. And we think the future is measured, monitored, and green. So digital printing is sustainable by default by being more efficient and having less waste. We are even more friendly to our environment. So we can reduce waste with our different tools here. We want to empower our users to the new technologies. So technologies offer in our market to make people better at their job. And our technology is the enabler to support printing companies to be future ready. But I think having said all of these, I'm happy to hand over to my colleague in the US, to Wilson, and looking forward to the live demo in Ramsey.
All right. Hello, everyone. How do I sound? Do I sound okay? I sound clear?
You sound loud and clear. Very nice.
Thank you, Ines. Hello, everyone. My name is Wilson Howe. I'm the manager for product marketing in relation to our production print equipment here in the United States. We're coming to you live from our client engagement center in Ramsey, New Jersey. Today, I'll be taking you through the C5080 that we have set up at our showroom here. I'm going to hit on a lot of different features, and I know Ines already did me the favor of going through and hitting the details on a lot of them, but I think it's always key and important to actually show off and go details of each piece of, whether it's automation technology, improvements to the main engine, and just the actual applications that are possible with this technology. First and foremost, as we kicked it off at the top with our PF, our paper feed unit 712, now being across the whole lineup, the same system, to really hit home about being making it as redundant for production as possible. Built for our high-end machines, but attaches to even the entry level and low PP, all metal construction, to really drive home repeatability day in and day out for the many years a customer owns the system. You can see here we have the multi-bypass tray 511 on top. Again, no longer needing it off on the side to consolidate on some of that print that is, or always will be, a must needed value add-on. Hidden behind the control panel over here, we have our IM104. It can't be understated just the new technology that the IM104 really adds to the system. You know, compact, it's sleek, has the tray up here, which may look like a bypass tray, but is actually a purge tray. Outside of those 6 sensors for taking in, you know, the coating type, the weight, the thickness, the static charge of the sheet, the moisture content of the sheet, as well as the actual stiffness of the paper, taking in all those different types of settings that in past a skilled operator may be able to tell a lot from just the touch and feel of a sheet. That's not so much the case anymore. Being able to just feed a sheet through, comes off out the top, and actually process all that information in real time, bring it back to the press, and then populate a paper catalog for the user, saving you know, an unknown amount of time for over the whole course of the product's life. And again, outside of just that, even the day-to-day operations, whether it's double feed purging, is now also capable. No longer does it cause a stop in the paper feed. Again, as we talk about keeping that uptime, and for our customers, that actually saves them and reduces waste. Double feed purging. So even if a particular paper is becoming real nuisance to run, it'll double sheet purge the double sheets and then continue running without any user operation. So at the end of 1,000 sheet run, they may have 15 sheets up here, but they got that job out the door, and then they can go back to trying to fine tune the settings for the paper. And even something as simple as second shift comes in and they load the wrong paper into the paper deck during a 20,000 sheet run. If the machine or the IM104 detects that the beginning of the job no longer just matches the same paper as what's currently loaded, it'll actually stop the user and notify them that there's been a change in paper. So we really want to hit on, you know, with all this automation coming down from the HPP segment, it really is the modern take of what is necessary for all print shop environments. Whether you're at the high end, the middle, or the low end, that automation technology is indispensable for how valuable it will be to customers. As always, we have our always familiar control panel where you can see all the usage, toner, all the papers we have loaded. I won't hit on this one too much. As we actually open it up, as we see, as mentioned before, for those familiar with the previous generations, we now no longer have the Corona wires that have to manually be exercised. They're all on auger corkscrews and will automatically be able to clean themselves at a touch of a button from the control panel. Just with the paper and the toner can be loaded on the fly, just as before, to keep that output and throughput going in the day-to-day operations. Moving on slightly, to some of our other technology, anti-static bar and relay unit, not too much changing there, but cannot understate enough with what Ines had said. Our true diamond here from Konica Minolta is the IQ601. Again, that great technology coming down from the HPP. As always, we have our 2 scanners built in line for the top and the bottom of the sheet. Now with this peripheral paper path to actually be able to send the sheet down to your spectrophotometer that can actually take readings across the whole width of the sheet, allowing for, in as simple as one touch, calibration, profiling, and validation, all being done in line at the touch of a button, saving 20 to 30 minutes on actual validation profiling, using full TC1617 charts for creating full goal G7 and any other standard targets that the customer wants to aim for. Again, really trying to dial in and narrow down what is possible from a machine standpoint and an automation standpoint to make it as easy to use for all operators. And outside of that, the core functionalities of the IQ will always be beneficial. Front to back registration, and as well as color bars can be printed on each sheet at an interval, or before every job starts, so that from every sheet that's printing, we're monitoring our color consistency and actually measuring against the CIE LAB value. So we're looking at L star, A star, and B star across 13 different colors to make sure that color consistency stays flawless throughout your whole run. Because as always, the biggest thing that no shop operator wants to see is 5,000 sheets get thrown away because color shifted during the run. No one was checking registration. And now they not only wasted the time and paper from printing half the job incorrectly, but also having to reprint that job. The IQ saves all that and makes it all possible. And even going even a step further when we talk about the automatic inspection, being able to save the actual print data from the RIP, or even printing a proof of the sheet and making sure that every sheet printed matches those proofs to, again, reduce any possible waste that comes off the press for a bad sheet with a marker that someone marked up what the type of paper is and it got into the final stat. Making it all possible to be monitored all in line for the eyes on the back of the operator's head to know that even though they're not watching the press is watching itself. And lastly, with the latest development coming to the IQ, or really utilizing the IQ for much more than just those, key lookouts for sheet to sheet, or also the actual health of the machine. And that's where the AQA, or auto quality adjustment, comes into play. And that's a huge step forward in advancement for service technicians, as well as how service is actually done in the field. Being able to have an outlook into how the machine is actually printing from the start of every day, monitoring certain color bar sheets, and being able to provide that information to service tech. So before they even show up to a customer site, they know exactly what's happening on the customer's press, and even be able to do preventive maintenance ahead of time, knowing a certain health of the machine ahead of time. So the IQ really is the brains of automation, and we're now with the IQ 601, we're even stepping further into what was possible with automation. Moving on to another great piece of automation technology, the TU510E. Inline trimming unit, cutter, gutter slits, perforations, and creasing, all being done inline on the machine. Truly not something that is done before on other units, especially all being inline at a midpoint and then delivering to other peripherals. When we really talk about doing some complicated work inline, L coupon ripoffs with perfing in both directions, being able to just be torn off and ready to go. Could just be thrown in a box and delivered. Or even something as simple as a full bleed brochure, just creased in half. Or we'll talk about that now expansion for banner paper usage, that double gate folded brochure that Ines was mentioning at the top of the presentation. Doing this all creased, ready to be folded, and then just put into a box and delivered. Same thing for postcards. Doing postcards multi-up, 4x6, 6x9s, 5x7s. Again, trimming, all being delivered out to the top or to a stacker, and just needs to be thrown in a box. And I'd be remiss without also mentioning the ability to do business cards. all in line, stacked, ready to go. You throw in a box, and that job's out the window. And just for a sneak peek inside, I've showed off everything else. I got to show off the CU510 as well. You know, really going in and seeing the type of machinery that goes into having an inline trimming system is a marvel in and of its own. All the waste can be either delivered to the bottom in a basket or ejected out the back, whatever the customer prefers. And moving on from here, we really step into one of the world's first when we talk about lamination. So this is the CL401 made in partnership with GVC. It is a inline cold laminate pouch laminator. So you'll typically get sheets that come off fully laminated in the pouch, beautiful high gloss. And then from there, it can be taken a step further of just being brought to a trimmer and being able to produce beautiful high gloss, or cutting down to a beautiful letter size, 8.5 by 11. Again, it's a pouch laminate, and these can just be brought offline, encapsulated laminate, and just brought offline and trimmed. And even, you know, just something we're working on here to really show off that power of the C5080, printing on a nice heavy cardstock, laminated in line. These are cut offline on a separate system, but we're also making our own playing cards. We're printing all the cards in line. The box is printed in line, laminated in line. The only thing that needs to be done offline is simply the die cut trimming. So really shows just how flexible you can make an entry level device really stretch its money's worth for being able to cover a large gamut of a customer's portfolio. And then closing it all off is just our simple high cap stacker, the FS532 finishing stacker. We also have our saddle stitch booklet maker for doing simple 20 sheet booklets down at the bottom. Can be paired in line with the CU510 to actually do full bleed booklets as well. Hopefully this just gives you a introduction to the C5080 on really the power that's here. It is much more than just what the engine is capable. We really want to expand on how much every customer from the whole production print portfolio can really make these engines last and cover all their needs. And even taking it further from there, if I could, you know, really breaking into that KM controller, the Acurio Image IC613 paired with Flux, you know, really starts to set the blueprint of getting the customer up and running with maybe their simple demands and needs, but being able to grow with them to whatever their portfolio leads them to. And hopefully I'm still good on time, but I think after this we have Q&A, so I'll pass it off back to the team. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, Wilson. Yes, you were perfectly on time. Let me just check. I have dropped in the chat box the information, and I will now push the button also with the link to a landing page that we have prepared. This landing page contains the PowerPoint presentation that has been just presented by Jason and Ines. And also it contains some additional product imageries, a press release, and a product brochure. So hopefully everything that you need as a basis. But now, of course, the most important part is, do you have questions that you would like to ask our colleagues? And I should probably say that there is a Q&A button on top of your menu, and you can drop some questions there, or like Mark did, you raised a hand. I hope I can, we can make you speak. I don't know about that yet. Mark, do you want to try and ask your question directly?
I can give him speaking rights. Just a second.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Just bear with us, Mark. Okay, you have moved somewhere in my list, so maybe you can speak now. Do you want to try, Mark?
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can.
Okay, sorry about that. No, just two quick questions. Thank you, Wilson. That was a great demo. Just wondering about availability, commercial availability in North America, and also assuming that we will see this at Printing United in the fall, but just wanted to confirm that. Thank you.
Hey, Mark, it's Jay DeZini here. Thank you for those questions. I can handle those for North America. For the launch standpoint, we will be commercially available. The target is second week of June right now. And for Printing United, the answer is absolutely yes. We will have it there.
Great. Thanks, Jason.
You got it. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have other questions?
There's one in the Q&A tab. Do you see it, Ines?
Oh yeah.
Well-
Let me check. So pricing we can share for the UK. It's always tough because it's a local thing. But we can put you in touch with our local colleagues. But to be a little bit vague here on an answer is it will be on a similar level like the current products. But it's a local decision and I don't want to say something wrong here.
Martin is also raising his hand, but in favor or to give predominance, Martin, please allow us to first answer all the questions from press and analysts. So I would like to move on to Herman's questions. Can customers upgrade from their older versions?
The answer to that one is no. As we discussed, right? The important message here is that, this is really new development of this product. Of course, it is based off previous product, but it is not a field upgradable model. To gain the benefits and the features and the functionalities, it was important to us to look at this as a true new development. So great question, but nope.
I can see Mary raising her hand. Let's see whether we can get you speaking as well. Let's see whether he moved up already. Yes, now
okay.
You should be able to speak, Mary. In case, maybe try to hit the mic button one more time. I don't know whether because I cannot do it from remote. Here you go.
Okay,
I think we can hear you now.
Let's try this again. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so you mentioned that you are targeting Grackle and Fogra. Are you trying to push in any, and this may, be for this unit, but any future units, are you looking at doing extended gamuts beyond Fogra?
So with the current product, the 4080, we have reached, bear with me, the numbers, the two Fogra certification, I think 39 and 57 or 53. We're aiming to do that again, and we're in close contact with Fogra themselves in Munich. They are based directly near our Munich office, but we're not trying to extend the certifications at the moment. Maybe in the future, but and the color gamut is very similar to the predecessor model. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
And just one clarification also, I got texted a question. There is a great landing page that Silke shared. For North America, we will also, when we are commercially available, have our own information out there as well as with a press release announcing the commercial availability, any local materials to support our region as well. It's a great resource site for now, but for North America, we will also share.
Yeah. Yeah, also allow me to, this is also not the official European overall product page. This is really just the landing page for the specific press conference where, by the way, also Mark, because you asked the question, there is a press release on that landing page, but I have to say this is the European one. And I'm pretty sure that our colleagues from the US will be in touch with a dedicated one for
Correct.
the US market, Mark. So this is to your question.
Correct.
Yeah, and maybe with regards to availability also for Europe, the products are available as of now, just this moment. This is official release here.
Yeah. And we also have another question from Joe from Print Week. The 8PP gatefold brochure in the demo, does it come out of the inline finishing systems like that, or does it come out creased and is then folded afterwards to a finished product?
Yes, I can answer that one. It comes out flat with the creases for that 8-panel brochure, skincare brochure I showed off. So all that needs to be done is it can be either hand folded along the creases that are already put in, or brought to another folder offline. But really, it will come out fully trimmed and creased and delivered flat. Just needs to be folded over along the creases.
Thank you for that, Wilson. We have another one somewhere else because technology just wants to chase us back and forth. This is in the chat. There's a question with regards to our inkjet portfolio. So probably everyone is invited here. What role is inkjet playing in Konica Minolta's future product strategy?
Well, I think I can jump in quick. And, for us, we've focused on the area of high-speed inkjet today. Obviously, it's a market we continue to look at and work. But, with our AJ 30,000, the model that replaced our KM1 platform, we've really focused on where the volume is and what that UV high-speed inkjet can provide to our customers as far as versatile applications today. So that's where we sit today. We're always looking at the portfolio and what changes.
Thank you for that, Jason. Then I think we're good. I'm repeating again, the PowerPoint presentation is in the link that Jason rightly said that I posted as well. Anyone else?
Great.
No.
Well, thank you all for
Good.
your questions. All right.
Yeah,
so
thank you very much.
You want to close us out, Silke? That'd be great.
Exactly. So whenever there's any more information that you would need, there's the contact detail from the 3 PR ladies responsible for the areas on the PowerPoint slide. And yeah, everything can be found on the landing page, or you know where to find the colleagues. I see another post coming. Okay, no, Joe is looking forward for the first UK installation. I know we have seen some UK colleagues in the call, so you better hang up now and start calling people. And anything else here? A few thank yous. And I think we can close with the last slide because we still have a little movie that we would like to share with you from our overall branding campaign for our portfolio. And with this, we'd like to wish you a wonderful day and evening.
Thank you very much.
And we don't have the music, the sound. We tried it before, it's not working.
Let's give it one more try. It was me. I don't know why Microsoft is not doing it by heart. I mean,
it's that global coverage.
Don't worry,
that
everyone.
I'll
play the music by hand. I got this.
All right. Okay, let's give it one more.
Thank you, Ines. That worked. Thank you very much. Once again, have a wonderful evening or day ahead of you. Take care.
Good one, everyone.
Bye.